And got it. Yolanda, Chris. Oh, wait. Let me try. Yolanda, Chris. When it says somebody's connecting, I always jump the gun. Anyway, hi, everyone. Okay. Welcome to Career Lab Q3 2022 already. Wow. That means that 2022 is almost over. So that's the thing that's happening. Mark it on your calendars. Anyway, welcome to Career Lab. Congratulations to everybody who just completed the Collab Lab core project. Really fantastic job. I was following along and things look absolutely brilliant. And it's always my favorite thing in the last weekend just to see like PR, like all these extra ones coming in like right at the end. Like it's gonna be really good. We're gonna push it all together at the end. So it's like a boost of energy at the end that I get so much life out of. So great work. What is coming up now is the optional 2-week extension, which we call Career Lab, where you get to spend 2 weeks working with professional engineers or people who are engineering managers and who are hiring managers or recruiters to really beef up your job hunt skills and credentials, your resume, your LinkedIn, whatever you might be working on. Spend time on your portfolio. It's not part of the curriculum, but it's an absolutely great time to do that kind of thing now that you've just wrapped up a really excellent project. So what we're doing today is Shelly's going to walk us through the space that you'll be using to navigate these next 2 weeks and talking about each of the things that it involves. Career Lab as Collab Lab is a living, breathing, ever-changing thing, and it only changes based on your feedback. If you don't give us any feedback, if you don't say that anything's really good or really bad or could use some improvement, we don't know and we can't change it. So be really loud about how you feel in general. If you like it, if you don't like it, if something was more helpful than something else, that is all stuff that we absolutely want to know about. So this time, those of you who have been around for other ones, mentors, etc., you'll notice some things are a little bit different. Some feedback that we got last time is that it was taking well over the 5 hours for everybody. And so we really wound that back. And we made a couple of the sessions that used to be synchronous live meetings async so that you could watch them in your free time. You could watch them on 2x speed. For example, Chris Dopich here always does a really fantastic presentation on how to rock the technical interview, and it is full of absolutely incredible information. We made that async this time and just posted one of the really great recordings of Chris so that you could watch it when you have time rather than like stuffing you full of meetings throughout your week. Same with another one on how to tell your story with Lisa Smith. Because what the feedback we got in the past was that the absolute most crucial piece of the week is practicing interviewing live with other people. And so we really wanted to make sure that that was the main focus of this, saying those words out loud, getting through some of those jitters. There are many times in my life, I wish I had mock interviewed first and didn't and failed. So highly recommend taking it very seriously so that you can make your mistakes now in the safe space with all these virtual hugs before it's like high stakes and a job is online. So without further ado, I'll pass it to Shelly to walk through what we're going to be doing this week. If you have questions, shout them out, post them in chat. We'll be responding to them. And I might jump in and just say random things while you're presenting, Shelly. I'm sorry. I love you.
I like random things. Go for it. It'll keep it
Perfect.
entertaining and lively if I drone on too long.
Oh, should we do like a, since that, first of all, this is not going to take the full hour, I promise you. It'll be more like 15, 20 minutes. Do we want to do a quick round of the intros? Because I think there's a lot of people who haven't met yet here.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of mentors and volunteers here, so that's a great idea.
I love it. Okay.
Top of the screen, Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin, she, her pronouns. I'm based in the Washington, D.C. area on the East Coast of the United States. And I'm a former Collabby, but now I work as a front-end developer in news media, and I'm excited to be here. I'll pass it to Andrew.
Thanks. Yeah, hi, I'm Andrew. I think I've met everybody here, founder of Collab Lab. Yeah, and this is my favorite kind of meeting because I just show up, I'm just like an attendee, and I'm going to be doing a little piece of the Career Lab, but other people are running it. It's the best thing ever. But I'm in Portland, Oregon, pronouns he, him. Stacey, why don't you go? Oh, you just muted.
No,
right?
I can absolutely go. Hi, I'm Stacey Taylor. I'm co-founder of Collab Lab, work in engineering leadership, I'll say, at Zapier. What else was it? I do a lot of things. I'm here. I do a lot of things. I actually, one of my favorite things that's happened recently at Collab Lab is that I've handed a lot of my career lab responsibilities over to Shelly, who's been crushing it. So thanks for taking that off of my plate and collaborating on that. If any of you are interested in helping with other pieces of Collab Lab, we have so many that could use your help. So you just let me know. Okay, I will pass it to Shelly, I suppose, for a proper intro.
Okay, I'm Shelly McCarty. I am a former Collabby with Lindsay, actually. So if you've met her before, we were TCL 36, and I loved everything, and I wouldn't leave. They couldn't get rid of me. So now I coordinate the Career Lab. This is the first time. Actually, I still haven't done it on my own. So please, please, please give the feedback, anything that didn't work so that it can get perfected. I am now can officially say that I am a front-end developer. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I have a job. I get a paycheck. Tomorrow I get my first ticket, and I'm not terrified at all. But no, it's great. It's all terrific. I'm excited, and I'm really thrilled to be here. I am going to pass it to Mira.
Hi, everyone. My name is Mira. I currently in San Diego, California. Sorry, I've got really bad allergies. Anyway, I'm part of TCL 45 right now, and yeah, it's been great. So I'll pass it on to Andrew.
Hey everyone. First of all, I just want to say thanks because the Collab Lab's already made a huge difference, and I know the Career Lab's going to be a great opportunity. So thank you. I just wrapped up cohort 46, and it was really cool. Yeah, I'm coming from a non-tech background, so everything is new, and I don't even know what I don't know. So I'm excited to learn even more.
I'll pass it to Yolanda.
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay? All right. Hi, I'm Yolanda. I'm also from San Diego, California. I was part of TCL 27, so last summer. And I'm here as a mentor and a helper for Collab Lab and Career Lab. I made the transition from healthcare to work my first tech position right now as a software engineer. And I think that's it for me. So I'll pass it to EJ.
Hi, everyone. I'm EJ. My pronouns are they, them. I live in Southern California near Los Angeles in a place no one's ever heard of, so don't worry about it. I am a senior front-end engineer at Netlify. I work in accessibility. I volunteer here and there and everywhere at Collab Lab. I help out with mentorship and with this and sometimes with the website. So I'm around. If you need me, just ping me. And why don't we go to Nadia?
Oh, thank you. Hi, my name is Nadia. My pronouns are she, her. I live currently in Calgary. I have no IT background, and I am a Collabby, so I'm with TCL 45. Sorry, it's morning. I'm a bit slow after trying to wrap up everything for today's demonstrations. Yeah, I'm grew super tired of the job search, so that's why I'm excited to be here and probably learn some tricks to break into IT finally. I'll pass it to Lindsay. We had to Helen.
Thanks, Nadia. I'm sorry we didn't get to work together, but I'm the parallel TCL group 46 with Andrew. Learning a lot from everyone, and like he said, really appreciate this chance to work with different people on like a concentrated project. I don't have a tech background, but like tech adjacent with like agencies and marketing and design. And yeah, looking forward to learning some or actually getting in really valuable practice for interviewing. It makes me very nervous, but I feel a lot better with this group. I guess I'll pass it to George.
Thanks. Hi, everybody. My name is George. This is actually the first time that I've been volunteering with the Collab Lab, so I'm really excited. I've been a software engineer for about 6 or 7 years or so. Before that, I was an IT guy for a long time. Yeah, and I'm just excited to help out. I'm especially excited because I hate interviewing in the tech space, and I'm hoping that I can try and, pass on everything that I've learned to everybody here.
How about Chris?
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Chris Dopich. I use he/him pronouns. I'm also in Portland, Oregon here, and I also work at Zapier with Stacy and a bunch of other folks here. Yeah, I've been volunteering. I've done one shift in TCL 17. Yeah, 17. It was a ton of fun. Loved it. And now I've been doing this interview prep stuff here in this group. And yeah, I'm just really happy to share some advice and help get y'all some experience in this, because it's a lot of programs don't really teach you so much about the actual side of getting a job and like how to, position yourself well for that kind of thing. So I'm excited to pass that knowledge on. And with that, has Lindsay gone?
I haven't. I think I'm last up. Okay. I'm Lindsay. I was in TCL 36, and then I did Career Lab. I did all of this, and now I'm a mentor, helping guide the project along, which I really enjoyed. I live in Sacramento, California. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a front-end developer at From You Flowers currently.
Okay, I think that was everybody. This is awesome. So I'm going to show you the repo. And if there's any, you've all been added to it already, but if you haven't, or if you have any problems, I just put it in the chat so you can see it. Let me share my screen. And then you're just going to look at your faces. Hang on one sec. I don't know why that's always disconcerting to see yourself pop up like that. Okay, share this screen, please. Oh, it's going to happen anyway. Come on. Okay. So, and I'm going to get rid of that. Now, this is the repo. Everything's here. And just think of it as your calendar. It's all in chronological order. Two things I want to point out first before you start. I mean, do whatever you want, but before I start clicking on stuff, we have sync meetings and async meetings. So there are 5 actual meetings. This is the first one where you're going to meet live with us on Zoom. There's a couple of sync meetings that you're going to schedule either with a partner, or with your mentor to do a mock tech interview and a mock job fit interview. We're still calling those sync because you do have to schedule them, but they're not scheduled by us. And hopefully you can see all that here. So this is today. Now, you know exactly what's happening today, so no need to go over that. The very first thing we do this first week is your LinkedIn profile. That's the jumping off point. So you can watch this async video. There we go. So if you click on that, everything you need is laid out here, some links. There's a couple of videos to watch, super, super informative of what sort of things to include, samples of that. And so just go through that in the next couple of days and start getting started. If you've already got a powerful one, then you're set. You're going to want to reach out to, let me go back to, let's see, sorry, I'm jumping the gun. Let me keep going just in order. It'll be less confusing. We have a How to Tell Your Story with Lisa Smith. You're going to watch her recorded session. These are one of the ones that Stacey talked about where we've made it async, so you can just do it when it's convenient for you. Watch it super fast. And this just starts to get you ready of how to, put yourself out there, the best things about you. A bunch of you said that you were, career changers. I was a career changer, but I as a teacher, bring so very much into tech that's not typical. And so how to frame that is super, super valuable, important. Next is a live sync session. It's going to be Tuesday, noon Pacific, 3 Eastern. We are going to have a Q&A with a recruiter. So after you've started poking around and fixing and tweaking your LinkedIn, you're going to want to watch the How to Tell Your Story. And now you can come and talk to Randy. He's a Zapier recruiter. He's amazing. And he is just filled with all the information of what recruiters are actually looking for on LinkedIn. And so you can ask the questions that are unique to you. Like, this is what I'd like to share. how am I going to frame that the best way? So join us for that one. It'll also be recorded. So if you can't join us, you'll get to go back and see that. Then once you've got, and I've set this as Wednesday, it says Wednesday through Saturday. Your mentors, you've been assigned a mentor, and here are your names so you can find out who you've been linked with. You're going to send them the link to your LinkedIn. There's a rubric. You can look at it too to see what they're looking for. And then you guys will get together by Friday and they'll just give you some feedback. This is good, put more of this, maybe rephrase this in certain ways. So you'll get, a working professional engineer to kind of give you that feedback on your thing. And then let's see, that's it. That'll take us through our first week, which is focused on LinkedIn and get the interview. The second week is focused on interviewing, those skills, practicing, whether it's the technical interview or the job fit. This is the weirdest, sometimes scariest part, because it's so much different than any other industry. I've never experienced anything like a tech interview process. And so we're going to help you practice all the little parts so that you can get really good at it and get comfortable having done it a couple of times through these mock things. So first thing is going to start out with watching some mentors interview each other. We're going to do that right at the beginning, just so you can sort of see what it's like if you haven't done it yet. So the job fit interviews sort of, it's also called the behavioral interview. Stacy's going to interview Lindsay. So Lindsay's going to pretend that she is looking for a job and Stacy's going to interview. You're going to see that. The technical is going to be Chris and EJ. They're both here as well. There's a project. You guys are going to get to see the project. I'll show you that in just a second. And Chris is going to be the interviewer and EJ is going to be sharing the project work that he did. I'm seeing the chat blow up. Hope someone else is dealing with it. Please feel free to interrupt me because I can't see anything but the repo right now. Now, for the project, you're going to watch your interviews. This is the take-home assignment. And I'm going through this kind of fast, so you can slow me down if you need to, but you have access to it so you can see everything. So if you follow this link, it's another repo, and it's a project you're going to do. Right? So read through it. You're going to be using the Art Institute of Chicago's API to make a little React app. Once you build the app, you're then going to reach out for a mock interview. Let's see where we go. I'm going to come back to this one in just a second. And the pair, I want to jump to this. These are your two mocks. So you've been paired up with a mentor. So here you guys are. You're going to actually meet up. So send a Slack message to them right now if you've got Slack open and can do it. You're going to schedule with them a time that makes sense for both of you in the second week and go through an interview. Just like you'll see your mentors do on Saturday, you're going to do that not this coming week, but the following week. So you'll go through all the process as if you're interviewing. So you'll get a chance to practice demoing your work just like you've been doing for the past 8 weeks, right? But this will feel a little bit different because it's all yours. It's all your work and you're potentially doing this with someone who feels like a stranger. So you'll get that feeling, but then you'll also get the feedback afterwards. And then we're doing the same thing with behavior, which is the job fit mock. So I'm going to scroll down here just so you can see yourself on this. So you're going to be meeting, you've either got Andrew or Yolanda, and you're going to pair up with them. So send them a Slack message right now and get on their calendar right away. Okay, back to chronological. Sorry, I jumped around a little bit. So watch that complete how to rock the technical interview. This is the one Stacy talked about. It's with Chris. It's one we recorded from a previous cohort. So again, watch it anytime you want, rewind, watch it 3 or 4 times. A ton of information on sort of what to expect and how to answer questions, how to frame them, and just start to take the mystery out of it. Because there are a lot of things that happen. There's a lot of patterns to it. And so seeing that and hearing how someone from the other side of the table, the virtual table, if it's not in person, is going to frame those questions and what sort of answers they're looking for. Before you do that, I mean, you don't have to, but if you can, we'd like you, and it says sync on it, we'd like you to pair up with another collabie and go through this stuff. Now you can schedule this anytime you want. I did it early on in the week. So before I saw the mentors and before I did my own, we just went over the questions. And it may seem counterintuitive to talk to a peer about this, but it was fantastic. It was one of the most valuable experiences for me when I did Career Lab earlier this year, because there was no pressure. There's no risk when you're talking to someone who's just a fellow student in this situation. And so when you're talking to them and you're like, I have no idea what that is, but I think it's this, or I haven't practiced this answer yet. How does this sound? You can get really great feedback and someone else's eyes and ears on how you say things and deliver things. So it's just a really nice low risk way to practice. So I recommend doing that early in the second week if you can. And so reach out to your collabie partner and see if there's a good time for you to do it. And notice we had an odd number. So we have a group of 3. If you guys want to meet up more than once, if everybody can't get together, that's super valuable and a great idea as well. So that's your pair interview practice. Try and do that around Monday. And again, that's one of those sync ones that's wide open. It's not scheduled. So just do the best you can. I've already showed you the technical mock interview and job fit link, but I'm going to go back in because there's actually a ton of stuff in here I didn't talk about. There's a rubric, there's the technical interview questions that are just a huge long list of something you could be asked. And this, I'm going to say, this one session was super, super important to me. And because I personally, we all have our strengths and our challenges. My challenge was the technical interview. So watching our mentors interview each other and then going through the process on my own changed everything. I probably had 10 or 12 interviews, I think. I don't know if I got that far in tech interviews, maybe only 3 or 4 of them by the time I'd finished Collab Lab, and I'd bombed every one. It became this huge thing, this huge stumbling block. And going through the 2 weeks of Career Lab, about 2 weeks after that, I had another technical interview and I nailed it. And that was the job that I now have. So it does make a huge difference to go through these steps. So I cannot say enough about practicing and going through these sessions and, maybe watching some of the videos over and over and over again. Okay, so that's all the mock interview. That's the major focus of week 2. Try and get all of that done by Saturday. The one other session, which may seem like it's sort of out of sync, is not. It's called Navigating Finances During a Career Change. So there's no information here, so I wanted to tell you a little bit more about it. You're all maybe adults. Maybe you've had a bunch of jobs. You've done adult life. Why do you need help with finances? Or you do, and you know exactly what I'm about to say. You're probably going to get a big salary bump moving into tech. That's one of the reasons we chose this field, besides the love of problem solving and digging into code, and just being a big nerd. That's me, at least. But things will be different. And with that difference, some people make mistakes. Some people go insane. Some people just don't even know. I got my first email ever from an employer offering me a stock discount. I've never bought stock in the place that I worked. I was a teacher. Public schools don't have stock options for employees. So meeting with Luke is going to be so helpful in just sort of some of the things that you might be seeing moving into this new industry. So that's going to be Wednesday afternoon for some of you, evening for those of us on the East Coast. So that one's super informative. And again, I'm going to record it. So if you can't do it at that time, if you can't join us, I'll put it on the channel and I'll put the link to it in this form. And then the very last thing we're going to do is Sunday on the 11th is our graduation. wear a cap and gown. That would be awesome. I would love to get a picture of that. But what it really is our last time to come together, celebrate your accomplishments, give us feedback, the good stuff that happened so we can do more of it, the stuff that didn't work so great so we can fix it and make it even better. It's just our last chance to get together and celebrate you and your accomplishments and how far you've come in barely 2 months. Anyway, I'm going to stop sharing my screen so I can see what y'all have been talking about this whole time. And there we go. There are your faces. So, Stacy, your turn.
Excellent. So just to recap, 2-week program. First week, all about getting your LinkedIn ready, learning how to tell your stories, and learning how to really land that interview. Second week is about doing the interview, which will kick off by you'll get to watch us mentors do some interviews, and then you'll go off, do your take-home assignments, practice interviewing with your fellow collabbies, and then practice interviewing with mentors who have either been in charge of hiring people or who have done lots of them and has landed several jobs. Either way, incredible experience. Okay, questions, comments, concerns, random thoughts. How are you all feeling about it? Thumbs up from Andrew, thumbs up, 2 thumbs up from Yolanda, as per usual. That's Yolanda's whole spirit. 2 of them always. Any comments? Everything you should need to know is in that repo. If it is not in there, we are here for you. It's likely we've missed something. That is just the nature of being human. So just be really loud. We'll use the cohort channel as our main channel of communication about all things Career Lab as well. Yeah, Andrew, I see you unmuted. Hi.
Good eye. So as with everything at Collab Lab, go into the next 2 weeks with kind of a growth mindset. With keep an open mind to the feedback you're going to get. It's all intended to help you kind of get the job, like get the interview and do well in the interview. And like Stacy said, if you have feedback, it's not really working for you, let us know. But otherwise, there's a ton of good information here. Just throw yourself into it and enjoy the next 2 weeks. And we'll get you those jobs.
Yeah, one thing I'm going to add to this too is this is the 2 weeks of Career Lab, but once a collabby, always a collabby. If 2-3 months, a year from now, you have interviews coming up and you want to practice again, just hit us up. Some mentor here will absolutely help you prep for that and practice for that. So the pressure isn't to like learn everything you need to know in this week, because it's the last chance you get. You have plenty of chances, but do absorb as much as you can this week and dedicate yourself to really I think the LinkedIn thing is a big thing that we all kind of put off for a really long time till we finally need it, like right now today, because I'm going to apply for a job and we're like, shit, I need to figure out how to take the last 6 years and make them look good online. So really take some time over that to refine it now. And even set a calendar event in your own calendars for every quarter or 6 months to just go in and check it out. Because if you can keep it up to date, it makes just applying for those opportunities when you find them so much easier. Cool. Well, if there are no other things, which if there are, will be in Slack, the next thing that you'll be doing is jumping into refining your LinkedIn, and you can find everything you need to know in that repo. So, final thoughts.
I'm just laughing at the chat, sorry.
Right. Laughter is always welcome, always. Okay, cool. Well, with that, I will say goodbye, and I will see you in our next synchronous session, which will be midweek next week, where we talk to Randy, the recruiter at Zapier, about all things getting the job, interviewing, etc. See you all there. Let me know if you need help. Bye, friends.